Hey, you're watching Take It Out
with Ankit Tuteja and I'm Akanksha Swaroop.
And like every week, we have a lot of action lined up. But before that, what's coming up on the show?
If wishes were horses, what is that one innovation that you would love to see?
For all you superhero fans, this is your chance to suit up and fly like Iron Man.
A full review of the new Asus Zenfone 5Z.
And let's see why the new question feature on Instagram is landing a lot of users in trouble. So Akansha, a lot of innovations are happening these days. What would be that one innovation that you would personally want?
Alright, I'll tell you mine, but what about you?
Me, I would personally want something that can help me erase some portions of my memory.
Aha, very smart, so that you can forget me.
I like the way you make everything about yourself. You know, but it's just not about you and me. In fact, we asked a lot of people as to what innovations they would want. And we got some really interesting and bizarre innovations.
Very interesting. That's something even you need to watch. New innovations come with the promise of a better future and are making our lives simpler. Look at this makeup robot. Ever thought that getting ready for a party could be this easy? Forget self-driving cars, meet this self-driving suitcase. Now that's a travel companion we would love to have. This is the fridge cam. Another thing we didn't know we needed, but it's awesome. You can check what's inside your fridge even when you aren't home. It also alerts you if your food is close to expiry. And then we have flying taxis and Elon Musk's Hyperloop. Both may soon be a reality. Clearly, there are many exciting technological advancements to look forward to. But a question here is, are these the innovations that people really need and want? Take It Out spoke to people to see their wish list of things that haven't been created yet. Would you like to see some of these ideas become a reality too?
Scene in Harry Potter where he used to cover himself with that gown and he used to get it invisible. So I think because at present there are so many things going on in my life, so I personally think that I should have something like that by which I can cover myself up and I just disappear, and yeah, especially when I'm feeling depressed, I guess.
Well, let's see then, put it on.
Don't we all always wish for an invisibility cloak to escape from unpleasant situations in life?
That's an invisibility cloak. I'm invisible. It's really rare.
More innovative clothes, wearable smart clothes, which can help you call without the phone. So that would be better.
Smart clothes that keep us in touch with what goes on under our skin have already been invented. But smart clothes to make calls? Do we really need it?
I want Anywhere door from Doraemon because it can minimize our distance of traveling. Where we can go anywhere whenever and just open the door and you're like, okay, I'm in Brazil now, I'm in Canada now, and it's like that.
We wish it was possible to have Doraemon's Anywhere door in real life, like we could travel anywhere by just passing through a door. But again, let's be honest, there's a difference between the fantasy and real world.
During our menstrual time, so our pad gets filled up. So at that time we want to some innovation that gives an indication that it is filled and you need to change. So that would be, I guess, a great idea.
So, how about this as an option, ladies?
I would want something which could tell us between fake people and the real people. I want some machine to be invented by which I could know who the right person is, who the wrong person is.
Just when you thought that it's only fake news you have to deal with.
I would probably say smart glasses, because every time you get a notification you have to take your phone out and look at whose message it is. So I would say that if you have smart spectacles, notification would just pop up and it is up to you to decide if you want to reply or not.
A few such smart glasses already exist, but they are not mainstream yet.
For me, like the best invention would be, and convenient for me, would be like a tracker on your glasses that pops up on your phone. So when you buzz it, it makes a sound, and you just know where the spectacles are kept. And that would make my life, trust me, it would make it easier.
A problem that all people who wear spectacles face.
Why can't we just have an innovation which probably helps us to diagnose a heart attack prior to its occurrence? We don't have any technique or any way that we can diagnose a heart attack from it occurring.
Now this would be a life-saving innovation.
So I would want like any technology or any machine that can help me or analyze my brain and tell like which is better for you and which will be beneficial for you in the future.
We don't think any innovation can address this dilemma ever, can it? Some of these ideas sound interesting. Write to us to tell us which are your favorites, and are you listening, Tech Honchos?
Even I want that invisibility cloak.
Alright Ankit, I don't know about an invisibility cloak, but you can certainly get a suit just like Iron Man's.
You gotta be kidding me.
No, believe it or not, but there is an Iron Man suit which is already up for grabs.
Okay, tell me, what are you trying to trick me into?
Watch it for yourself. Iron Man now has competition. Meet Richard Browning, the inventor of the jet suit. A former British commodities trader, Browning took flight above a small closed-off street outside Selfridges, the London-based luxury store which is selling custom-made versions of the suit. Much to the delight of Iron Man fans, this jet suit is finally up for grabs with a whopping price tag of nearly $450,000 or slightly over 3 crore rupees. Though Browning chooses to hover only a few meters above ground in this demonstration, the jet suit has an altitude limit of 12,000 feet with a speed record of 32 miles or 51.50 kilometers per hour. The magical suit that runs on jet fuel or diesel is made up of 5 miniature jet engines mounted on the pilot's arms and back, and also of electronics and 3D printed parts. The suit by Gravity Industries is no doubt reminiscent of the one worn by Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, Marvel's popular superhero. So if you decide to bag the suit, expect a training session at the hangar. But a gravity-defying invention such as this jet suit is sure to raise security concerns. No doubt, with advancements in technology, the boundary between real and real is getting blurred. We wonder what's next. Ankit, which phone is that?
Oh, this is the new Asus Zenfone 5Z.
I like the design. I want to see it.
Yeah, sure.
How's the camera?
The camera is nice. Why don't you take a selfie and find out?
That's exactly what I'm doing.
Okay, while Akansha gets her hands on the phone, you check out if the new phone is a flagship killer or not.
The world of smartphones now has another value for money handset, the Asus Zenfone 5Z. While the phone looks promising and comes with the promise of being a powerhouse, the question is, does it live up to the expectations? Let's find out. Design and aesthetics are very subjective in nature. But one look at the glass-clad front and rear panels of the Zenfone 5Z will make you want to try your hands at it. The phone feels premium and looks classy, but a downside here is that it's prone to smudges. In other words, it easily catches fingerprint marks. What else? The phone is light in weight and its rounded edges and narrow form make it comfortable to hold. The 6.2-inch display on the Zenfone 5Z is a treat for the eyes. The display produces bright, true-to-life colors. And that's not all. The screen produces great viewing angles. Camera is another deciding factor in a phone. The dual camera at the rear takes bright and sharp images. And just not the rear camera, the 8-megapixel selfie camera too is pretty impressive. The Zenfone 5Z also generates satisfactory results when put on the time-lapse and video modes. Also, the camera is loaded with a lot of high-end modes for you to take photos like a professional. Talking about the performance, the phone was able to wade through most tasks. The user interface is quite smooth, but a pure Android phone would have been better. The phone charges really fast and also lasts long, but it gets heated rather quickly. The pre-bundled headphones produces great sound quality. The phone is available in 3 storage variants, 64GB, 128GB and 256GB, while the base variant is priced at Rs 29,999. The mid and top models are placed at 32,999 Indian rupees and 36,999 Indian rupees respectively. But now comes the most important question. Is Zenfone 5Z worth your money? Take It Out recommends this phone to you. Clearly, the OnePlus 6 now has a tough competitor. So which one would you pick?
Okay, I have a question for you.
Go on.
Have you used Instagram's Ask Me a Question feature?
Multiple times. In fact, I've got a lot of friends into trouble by using that.
What? How can you get anybody into trouble by using a feature?
So our next story has more details, so why don't you and all of you check out more on the story.
Ask Me a Question. Instagram's new feature is pretty interesting. You can allow people to ask you any questions they feel like. Perhaps it's a good way to strike conversations with those who you barely interact with otherwise. That sounds good, right? So you may be surprised to find out that the Ask Me a Question feature has been landing some people in trouble. Why, you ask? A lot of Instagram users are throwing questions at others, presuming they would remain anonymous. Some people are under the impression that Instagram's new feature is on the lines of apps like Saraha, where people can ask questions without revealing their identity. But dear Instagrammers, this isn't the case here. People can see who's asking what, so be careful with what you say and ask. But this note of caution will come too late for some. Many users have already embarrassed themselves by shooting unkind questions at others, and now they're bearing the brunt. This is what people are sharing on the internet after goofing up with the question sticker. Some users also ended up revealing their true feelings inadvertently. Don't we often hold others responsible for our mistakes? And quite like that, the blame shifts to poor Instagram here. Unkind remarks and unwelcoming comments are reasons enough to turn friends into foes. And here are some more funny reactions. Thousands of people have realized the hard way that the questions feature on Instagram is anything but anonymous. But we still wonder, wouldn't it be more fun if the feature was actually anonymous? What do you say?
Again on the phone? Can't believe it.
I'm just trying to connect to the Wi-Fi.
Okay, you're connecting to a public Wi-Fi, but be a little careful.
Alright, you have a valid point. On that note, here's a word of caution for all our viewers.
Tip number 1. Never allow your phone or laptop to join a public Wi-Fi network automatically. Instead, do that manually. And how do you do that? Check with the host about the network name instead of just making assumptions.
Say N or no to file sharing when you're on public hotspot. In fact, as an added security layer, go to system settings and turn off your file sharing.
Tip number 3. Be careful of what you browse on public Wi-Fi networks. So don't access sensitive and personal details when you are connected to a public hotspot. And most importantly, say no to online banking.
Tip number 4. When you're on a public hotspot, you have no idea what infections other connected computers might have, or there might just be a hacker prowling the network. So for any important communication or transaction, avoid using hotspots.
And it's that time on the show
when we bring you the latest developments shaping the world of technology.
We have seen robots as chefs and waiters, and now they are ready to deliver food as well. Meet the little yellow horse, an autonomous delivery robot. It ferries daily essentials like groceries from the local store to the residents of the Kafka compound in Beijing. But how does it work? The delivery robot is equipped with a GPS system and cameras that enable it to perform its job. But unlike delivery men who are usually seen rushing to their destination, this robot walks at a leisurely pace. Another downside is that it cannot deliver parcels directly to the door. Zen Robotics, the maker of the robot, say the robot will soon be equipped with the necessary technology to operate an elevator, which means it will no longer be confined to ground floor deliveries.
New York's Times Square gets its first ever driverless shuttle. The electric bus is equipped with special high-tech sensors. The low-speed shuttle is designed to run at airports, in college campuses, theme parks and downtown urban centers. The autonomous vehicle can accommodate up to 20 people with its seats taken out.
3D printing is seen to be making a big difference in the medical field, and now a Brazilian company called BioArchitects is harnessing the 3D printing technology to create artificial body parts and limbs. BioArchitects prints exact 3D models of patients' organs, which can help doctors in figuring out where they need to operate during surgery.
European Union hit Google with a record fine of $5 billion for using its Android mobile operating system to squeeze out rivals. The penalty is nearly double the previous record of $2.8 billion. Google was ordered to pay that amount last year for abusing its market dominance as a search engine and for promoting its own comparison shopping service in its search results.
And with that, it's a wrap of another fabulous episode of Tech It Out.
We'll be back very soon, but until then, keep watching Beyond. And yes, don't forget to follow us on our social media platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
And it's bye-bye for now. We are rolling, right?
3, 2, 1, go. Go, okay, go.
Okay.
Master, ठीक है, master भी cut करो.
Is my face shining? Huh? Aha, very smart, so that you can forget me.
I like the way you make everything about yourself.
It was going so well.
No, okay, let's take it again.
What was I supposed to say? I got distracted, sorry.
We are majorly distracted.
Yeah, फिर से start.
You are a distraction. Anyway.
ये वैसे भी कट तो नहीं था, ये खटर पटर हो रही. चलो, let's go. Hair all right, Naushad?
No, it hurts everybody. Take a look.
Take a look. Then I say, okay, give it. Whatever. Chalo. Superhero from the Marvel comics lover.
The world is full
you
of
keep talking.
distractions.
Okay, I have a question for you.
Go on.
Have you used Instagram?
Papa, मुझे बोलने दो. Again on the phone. Can't believe it.
I'm just trying to connect to the Wi-Fi.
Why don't you use mobile data? Now tell me, what are you trying to follow?
We were there.
हमारा पहला sentence अभी भी ठीक नहीं आ रहा है. You know, like even I want it.
नहीं, I was supposed to say that
Okay,
until
fine.
then bye.
Okay, bye.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.